Hello, I am Badri Shapanna, a business leader with over 25 years of experience in various industries, working with customers from small to very large size in terms of value as well as their own turnovers. Today I am going to talk about target marketing and penetration. All marketing people have two common questions. The first one is, who is my customer? The second one is, when will you turn a non-customer? These two things drive very strong efforts inside the organization because marketing is a very resource intensive program. It requires not only cash but requires time, and at the end of the day, the whole objective of the business is met only if we take right actions. Target marketing, I am taking 2-3 examples in my case and giving you an overview. Though target marketing as a subject itself is very detailed, it is driven largely by the industries where you operate, the profiling, the product which you have, and a host of other factors. The first example I have taken is auto industry. Before we do the target marketing, the first thing we need to do is segment them. Segmenting is primarily involving putting a few set of people who have common needs, common objectives, and common expectations in very simple terms. Some of the kind of segmentations which we were doing in auto industry was product based. Depending on what they made, we were grouping them because they would have common needs, common practices, so we could take solutions in a common way. For example, a camshaft. This is an engine cylinder head. Though both of them go inside an engine, the expectations of this manufacturer and this manufacturer was totally different. The products which were required to provide solutions from contamination point of view were totally different. Now, this is one kind of segmentation. Second one is supplier to company XYZ. We have seen in the market that if they are supplying to company A, there are some standards which are available. If it is company B, it is different. So, if we are aware about their end customer, that also drives us to identify how we can segment and decide the focus. Third one is the company financials. We need to know the size of the organization. This is very important because depending on what solutions you take, the investment proposal has to be practical for them also. So these are some of the examples in the auto industry. The next one which I have taken is for process water. Generally, water is like, we very simple terms, we say that converting dirty water into useful water. It can go to the process, it can go for drinking, it can go for agriculture. Now, what is very important is, depending on whether this conversion is taking place through a consultant or a EPC contractor, we have a different solution. Depending on the technology which is employed from taking from here to here and the end use, we have a totally different set of solution and products, so we have a different focus, different targeting. Project investment. Small investments have different solutions, big investment need different approaches. The third one, which is more universal, is value proposition method. There are many customers who are very price focused. There, we cannot have a resource spending which is unreasonably tilted. So we need to make sure that we take the right channel and right commercials to them because they are very price sensitive. The second kind of customers fall into what we call solution oriented. They look for you, they depend on you, and that is the place where you have to take a consultative approach. The third one is strategic value customers. These are all very important, and this is where we bring in the entire organization together to bring in value to them. So if you see, the target customer, target market is also dependent on this kind of value which they bring in, which I call value for money to them as well as for us. Now, when we do the target marketing, what typically goes in is the level of marketplace. That means the level of the person in the organization who represents our intentions. Second one is how much time and money are we investing in this entire exercise. Intensity of follow-up. Sometimes it may not be worth following some set of customers because we know for sure that it's an academic exercise. So this is the kind of decisions we need to take. Engagement level. This is very important because depending on whether you are getting hundreds or thousands, you can decide what level of marketing people you can go in and service. Next comes penetration. Penetration in a very simple language is like this. You have a total market, whether it is yours or your competitors, A certain percentage of the market are the users. So market penetration, for example, if I say mobile, if 60% of the population is using mobile, whether it is this version, that version, whether it is make A, make B, in totally 60% of the people are using, we are saying that mobiles have penetrated 60% market. In industrial products, we had a difficulty. Most of the data was not published the way it is available today in many other industries. So we had to rely primarily on the field data. The market share was something which was driving our entire process, and I had a very simple philosophy to be in a business or not to be in a business based on the market penetration. The first was, we had to be in the top 5 supplier list to be in that business. Yes, we had to make a decision on exiting. This is primarily because at the end of the day, it is not enough that you identify the market, it is not enough that you penetrate the market, it is very essential that you bring value to the organization. This is my message for all of you. Thank you.